Hi.
Hey.
Hello.
Welcome
to the Serious
Goose
Goose Podcast.
Wow.
Whoa. Welcome.
So serious.
Welcome to the flock.
Welcome to the flock.
The flock is, of course, what we call our fans.
yeah.
Which, I mean, you are.
You're watching this.
You're watching
listening.
this. Or listening.
Yeah.
You know? And regardless, I mean, it's sort of impossible not to become a fan.
Yeah, you're gonna get obsessed with us, so just
Yeah. I'm
beware.
obsessed with her.
And I'm obsessed with her.
So basically, unless you want to be weird and like out of place, you will also become obsessed. Just saying. And you don't want to be. That would
Out of
be.
place.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Embarrassing.
my name is Aiden, and I'm not a narcissist.
My name's Valerie, and I am. I'm just kidding. Oh, sorry. This is.
No, we're not kidding. She is a narcissist. She said it, so it's true. But yeah, welcome to the Serious Goose Pod. I'm so happy to have you here. We're so happy, and we are so honored.
Anyways.
Anyway, so
every episode we're gonna do a little daily affirmation. Keep it positive.
Right.
We're gonna heal.
We want to really, I want everyone to feel just really welcomed and loved in this space. Feel really cherished and we're gonna start off. So, if you don't mind, you're gonna listen to us say the affirmation. We're gonna take a nice deep breath, and then you're gonna repeat it with us. Okay? And if you can't say it out loud for some reason, you should do it anyway. Yeah. Trust me, you're gonna want to say it out loud. All right. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Every cat I see today will have perfectly trimmed nails. Okay, take a deep breath in. Out. Every cat I see today will have perfectly trimmed nails. And really let that sink in. Really take a second. And just know now that cat can't scratch you, and that cat is nice and well taken care of.
Exactly.
And that's really all you need to hear. So with that in mind, let's jump. No, I'm kidding. Let's get right into the content. We're not. All right, it's fine. So despite what you just saw, we're friends.
We are.
And usually we actually will say the same thing at the same time, but I guess today it's not working.
It's not working out.
It's fine.
I'm sorry.
So basically we thought that a good way for you to get to know our personalities and kind of understand us on a deeper level.
Really deep.
Honestly. Really deep. What are we going to do today?
We're going to explain how we became literally friends.
Yeah.
Best friends. Even.
Some may say.
Best
friends, lovers, enemies. I mean, it depends who you speak to.
Yeah, some people really hate us. And would be enemies.
Yeah, but I would consider her a friend. Maybe even a best friend.
Maybe even a lover.
But we don't have to talk about that on this podcast. Don't worry. Anyway, we are going to talk about how we became friends because I think it does honestly give a lot of insight into who we are as people.
Yeah, it really gives our personalities. Yeah. Just you'll understand
right off the bat. You'll get it.
Yeah.
All right. So we did become friends at our place of employment. We were co-workers. You can believe it. Co-workers that actually stayed friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty wild. So we worked at this little known coffee shop that I won't be saying because I'm still an employee there, but she is, so she can tell you what it is.
Starbucks.
Whoa! Wow. Yes, we met at Schmarmucks. No affiliation with Starbucks if I'm talking. I don't even know what that place is.
Right.
And why don't we just start off, what was your first impression of me when you walked in the door?
All right. I walk in, big sniff of sniff. Big sniff.
Yeah.
Big sniff.
Uh-huh.
Of just coffee. So that was my first,
Right.
But it's Starbucks, so.
Right.
Little coffee shop. And then, I'm clocking in and I actually don't see her because she's so itty bitty. She's in the cracks of the floor.
I'm pretty microscopic, yeah.
Yeah, but being real, because I'm really serious, I thought she was really cool. A little too cool for working at this little coffee shop. Because normally I see, old people working.
Ooh.
Really old people.
Tough. But I was cool? Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so sweet.
So cool.
Oh my god. Stop.
Stop. And so, what about me?
Oh yeah. So my first impression of you, she walks in. I'm working. I've been at this store for 1.5 years at this point. So this little girl walks in. She's,
girl.
hello, whatever. I'm like, okay, redheaded girly. And to be honest, my first thought was, she's not lasting more than a few months. And it had nothing to do with me thinking you were like stupid, dumb, whatever. It had everything to do with the dynamic at our store. I mean, I'm still best friends with her, right? So clearly, me and my coworkers, we get along, like, genuinely. And there is a lot of talking shit, taking it, dishing it, being mean, flirting, sexual stuff, okay? A lot of that. And HR don't come for me. I don't work at what you think I work at. It's Schmarmucks. And at Schmarmucks, at my store, there's just a vibe to it. And she came in, and look at her. Look at her beautiful little angel baby face, if you're watching. And if not, I'll describe. Freckles, beautiful blue eyes, pale fair skin, red leprechaun-esque hair, okay? Beautiful. And I'm like, this bitch, she's gonna get grossed out, freaked out, she's gonna quit, whatever. So that was my first thought. So basically, she had been trained a little bit before I met her, but then it came down to me, and I was basically training you on drive-through.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it was chill.
It's chill.
That was the day that I definitely did not climb out of the drive-through window.
Yeah, and I feel like maybe I have a photo of that.
No, you wouldn't have a photo because it didn't happen because that's... Anyway.
I did not have a photo.
No.
Did not happen either.
But the real joy, do you want to sort of ask... I mean, I sort of asked a question. Do you want to sort of...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, somehow
Okay.
we were talking about something sex related.
Yeah.
And so she asked me if I was still a virgin.
I did.
Yeah.
There was context.
And it was a little odd because I'm just a little girl.
Oh my god. You were... Okay, fine. Age check. I was 18.
And I was 16. Freshly hired. Freshly 16. Okay?
It makes me sound bad. I was just trying to include her in the conversation. Was I making you uncomfortable?
No. I actually was not uncomfortable. I mean, I was a little like, who's asking what? That is a little random.
Yeah.
But, I mean, yeah, and I obviously replied.
Right. I wasn't expecting an answer, okay? I was sort of like, oh, but what about you? And she was like...
I'm not a virgin, actually.
And I was fucking floored.
She was...
Because, I mean, think about how I just described her. Beautiful, innocent, baby, angel, leprechaun. Right. And then she tells me she's not a virgin. And I was like, what the fuck? So I think I asked for more details.
Yeah.
And then she gave me the details. So it's not all on me.
Of course I gave the details. Like, what? You asked. Did you not?
And so, yeah, that was like our first notable interaction.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, I think it's really sweet.
It was really sweet.
It sort of emphasized the lack of boundaries that our friendship continues to have. Like, we really...
It's just gone off.
If you think that's a crazy start, like, that was the very beginning.
Very first conversation. I don't think we really had much of a conversation beforehand.
Yeah. I had seen her in passing, and I had heard a little bit about her, but that was it.
A little bit about her.
Okay. No one hated you. Or maybe they did.
They definitely did.
But yeah. So that was sort of like our very first interaction. And then we both sort of agree on one moment or activity that we would consider like the true like official moment of bonding.
Bonding. It was
of bonding, not bondage, sorry. Anyway. So yeah, why don't you set the scene for us on like the lead up to the that old faithful day?
All right. Get this.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it was a few months later, okay? It was like the whole, are you a virgin? I feel like happened in like August.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe like September, like the fall. So this happened like...
It was like in the summer.
Or was it like the spring?
Yeah. Something like that. Timeline doesn't matter. Just
Doesn't
know
really matter.
some time went by. We had hung out in a group with one other person. Mm-hmm. Also, if we may offer a bit of advice, never have a friend group made of 3.
Really, any more than 2.
All you need is one other person.
Yeah. Like, if you have a friend group, is good. But don't rely on all of them.
Yeah. Because one of them or more is gonna get jealous, be a little weird, talk a little too much shit. It's just not good.
Yeah.
So if I could have a word of advice for you lovely listeners and viewers, just like have one person and then just hang out with that person all the time and don't want anyone else.
Yeah.
If you want a story time on that,
stay tuned. Maybe we'll make an episode.
Maybe we could do that.
Maybe. Oh, okay. Anyway, so yeah, a few months later, so we were like friends-ish because we had hung out once before, but okay, sitting in my bed and this girl calls me. She's never called me before. I don't think we've ever even, maybe we have texted a couple times.
Yeah.
But probably work related. Calls me up. It's like, hey, like, what are you doing? Or something. Like, I don't know.
I did, yeah.
And then she was like, do you want to come and get my coochie wax with me? And I was like, yeah, like, of course I want to get my coochie. Of course I want to go with you to get your coochie wax.
Yeah.
Like,
for context,
obviously.
I had asked 2 other people before this that I would consider
not
at the
the
time I was
first.
closer with, and they couldn't for one reason or another. And my boyfriend was going out of town. Okay, and if there's one thing you want to know about me, and let's get intimate really quick, pod, I shave down here every other day. I like it smooth, okay? It's a personal thing. I don't know, call me crazy, okay? I just like it like that. But my boyfriend's going out of town, and I'm like, I've never gotten waxed. You know, it'd be a perfect time to grow that bitch out and then yank it out with wax right now. So I'm like, all right, I got to do this. I'm terrified. So I call someone else up. Finally, I call her up. I'm calling her up. I'm like, this is weird, but whatevs, you know? I don't know. Maybe I was a little manic. And she said, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the one thing that we're learning about you is you just agree. Are you a virgin? No. Tell me about it? Okay. Come get my coochie waxed? All right.
Okay.
So we figure out our work schedule and we set a date. And I pick her up, and this is our first time hanging out one-on-one. Right?
Yes.
And we're driving in the car. And all is well. And then why don't you tell them about why you didn't trust me driving in a car for like months after that?
All right. Okay. I'll set this scene.
Okay.
I have almost gotten in a car accident on the highway. Okay, so that really got me anxious about...
She's got some trauma.
I got some trauma. I got some driving anxiety. I don't even drive, and I don't like the car. So I'm in the car. First time. Going to get her coochie wax. Okay? We're almost there. We almost made it there safely. Well, we did. We're literally here. But, okay, so she is at a red light, and she's going to turn red on... She's going to take a right on red.
Yep.
Fine. Whatever. She's, like, got her blinker. She, like, is waiting for her time to go. And then, finally, time for her to go. There was a car that had their blinker to, like, turn... Like, right, I guess, left, right, like,
right,
the other way.
The
so,
other
like,
way, like the incoming traffic.
Right, so, like, she could have gone, and, like, the next car...
I don't think there was one.
Yeah,
there was just that car making a turn.
Yeah, so she was gonna go, so she turned, and then the car behind her that was gonna turn decided,
I'd like to go
actually
straight.
would like to go straight,
Yep.
even though she was already she wasn't whipping it, she was just taking a slight turn.
Yeah.
And so, would you rather have a car hit you or swerve to the curb? Probably swerve to the curb.
They're honking at me, all right? I'm scared, I'm shitting, I'm pissing.
So
I've been driving for like 3 months at this
Yeah.
point. And I'm like, fuck, okay? So I decided to go into like, essentially like I don't think it was a full bike lane, but like whatever is like to the side. There's space. You're not fucking driving on the curb.
Right.
And I'm like, fuck it, I'll just let him swerve past me. So we fucking ram into the curb. We're still moving. Like, this car never, like, stopped. I just, like, drove against the curb. He went past me, and then I corrected.
Yeah, it was really fine. I was a little like, oh, so this is the kind of driver, even though it was not her fault, literally at all.
She judged me anyway because she's a bitch.
Yeah, I did. I was like...
And she honestly, like, never let this go.
No.
She brings this up constantly.
Maybe I make fun of her hitting the curb, for sure.
Uh-huh.
I mean, there's some other things that you did to that poor car.
Oh my god. Didn't I curb it again trying to park? Because I was so, like, shaken up. I don't remember.
I feel like maybe you...
Listen. It's fine.
The side thing, like, flew off.
Okay, that wasn't me.
No, it wasn't
That's
you.
it. Okay, if we want to talk about all the times I fucked up in a car, Mallory, then we can make a podcast about that, but it's not right now.
Episode.
Okay.
Sorry.
Anyway.
Anyways.
So, basically after that, we take the turn, I park, and I maybe scrape it again, I don't remember. And then we go in, and then, we're sitting down.
Yeah.
We walk into this little place, and they're playing Gilmore Girls, because I remember.
Yeah.
And the lady's like, all right, strip down. And I don't know why I thought that, like, there would be some sort of curtain. Like, I don't know. I wasn't thinking. But I'm just like, all right. And so I'm just undressing, and Mallory's, like, awkwardly on her phone.
I'm just
like she's trying to look anywhere. And it's
yeah.
like, why did I even bring her? But, like, obviously, whatever. And then she's like, all right, lay on down. Butterfly legs. And so I'm like, all right. And she goes, ugh. And she spreads those bitches. Which, her job. Yeah. And she did a great job. But the whole time I'm talking to Mallory, I'm like, can you see my pussy right now? She's like, not really.
No, I can't really see
I can't really, because your leg is kind of in the way.
Kinda. I can kinda. Like, if I wanted to.
See a little. And then the lady's like, why aren't you getting waxed to Mallory? And so she's like,
was like, I'm scared.
Yeah.
I don't need it waxed right now. I don't know. I'm just really terrified, which I was. Like, I'm terrified. I mean, it's not scary anymore.
Yeah. But so that was like our first one-on-one hangout. And then we drove, and then we went actually to go to that the third friend of ours who we are no longer friends with house for something.
Yeah. It was for
game night?
Yeah, game night. It was like a little murder mystery thing, right?
Was that or was it the movie? I don't know. Whatever it was, we were going to the third friend's house, and that can also be a story for another day, but let's just say my pussy hurt, and now my feelings are hurt thinking about it. Thinking about that fake friendship that we had. Mm-hmm. But I will say that we did eventually go get your coochie waxed.
Yeah.
I went with her. Yeah. And we watched her do it, and then more recently we were going on vacation together, and we got him waxed together by the same lady every time, and she always remembers us.
Oh, it was just so sweet. Such a full circle moment, and that's why you should get yourself a friend. Just one, because wouldn't it have been weird for me to have two people in the room? Yeah. At that point, it's like a show. Yeah. One person, moral support. Two people, are you like doing something sexual with it? Yeah. Is it someone's king? It's definitely someone's king.
Definitely. And I mean, it was for us too, but it wasn't obvious.
Right. She didn't know that I was actually like
She was filming it. You know how like she was on her phone? I think she was just tapping and also using her phone. She was like holding it like this.
Yeah, I was like really getting the 0.5.
Right, yeah. It was pretty good. But yeah, so that's sort of like the two most pivotal original friendship moments for us.
Yeah, can't really think of anything else.
And I mean, I just think that's so sweet. But if you really wanted to understand sort of how no boundaries, batshit insane are, that is, I think, a good way. Yeah. To learn.
To get to know us, you know?
And now that you've gotten to know us, it's time for you to get to know a little bit about the pod. So we're going to just talk a little bit before we end this about sort of what to expect from other episodes. Because every episode is not going to be a story time about my vagina, unfortunately. Sadly, it's not. I know you want to hear all the details about how I shave, when I shave, where I shave, with what. And that's for me to know and for you to maybe find out. But not yet. So, mostly, we do want to kind of just do a lot of different shit on here. We got different, like, segments that we're going to have on here. We got things, like, called Kinda Harsh. So we're going to rant. We're going to talk. Yeah. Like, if we ever tell that story about that third bitch friend, that would be a Kinda Harsh segment.
We're going to be dropping all the tea about anyone.
About anyone and everyone.
Everyone.
Full legal names. Just kidding.
Social and everything.
Yeah. We're going to at them. No, I'm kidding. Don't cancel us. We're going to do some fitness stuff because we're both kind of health girlies.
Well, we are in like 2024 for sure.
Right, yeah. We're running a Spartan race. If you've ever heard of that, that's like an obstacle race. It's crazy shit. We signed up for it because we're stupid. And so we're going to do some gym inspo, talking about our routine. Yeah. That's going to be called Beefy Besties.
Because we're so beefy.
We got, ASMR, something that we both really like. So there's going to be some episodes of ASMR sprinkled in. Don't worry. It'll be like
pillow time.
Rest your little head on a pillow. Yeah. Those will be like separate though. So if you don't like ASMR, you don't have to like go through it.
But it'll be good.
It'll be good. We're going to do some show and tell. We're going to talk about our days. We're going to do a lot. So stay tuned. And then we're also going to have guests, and we're going to have other things, talk about tech, talk about news, talk about
you name it.
You name it, we'll talk about it. Yeah. You want to hit us up on our Instagram, okay? It's at Serious Goose Pod. You can hit us up on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook.
Twitter.
You can email us. I'm not calling Twitter X. Fuck you.
Yeah. Fuck you.
But yeah, open to suggestions. Literally anything you want us to talk about. I don't care how obscure. I don't care how weird. I will do my research. I will talk. I will talk out my ass 24/7 if you want me to.
Yeah. And I will too.
So yeah, we're just gonna talk, and we're gonna talk away
in circles.
Yeah, we actually did have a plan for this episode that I think this episode's good, so we're gonna just push to the next one. So if you want to know a little bit about that one, just know we're gonna be digging into some conspiracies, some Easter eggs,
About Easter eggs, yeah,
some little secrets
about someone that is super popular,
someone that you might know, something that you might want to hear. So stay tuned for that, and thank you for listening.
Yeah,
thank you for joining
here.
Us. Welcome to the flock.
Welcome to the flock,
and
mother flockers.
No, we will never say that again, unless you want us to. We'll do anything you want. Love you guys. Bye.